Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counters ticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. Back with more Dragon Age, the Veilguard.
Fire and ice, light and blood. Another blow to
Who's a good boy, Sam?
Hi there, boy.
So, yeah. We are almost certainly going to be helping a lot of companions today.
Fun.
And may or may not actually finish like a companion quest here. Or quest line. I can't remember for at least one of them how much more we've actually got. So we'll see, I guess. Who do you want to start with?
Let's go with Harding.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I could have sworn Hassan was just in here. Sneaky little cat.
So let us go over here. So we gotta bring Harding. Sundered and overwhelmed. Let's bring Tosh.
Bill Tosh.0.
The missing dwarves started their patrol here. If we retrace their steps, we'll figure out what happened to them. I hope. This way, and be on your guard. I don't know what we'll find here.
Got your back.
So, you know how I've been listening to the Codex Lyra audiobooks?
Yeah.
First things first, really hate the fucking, like, horns that go off every so often. Really annoying.
Haru?
Like, every so often, like, horns will blow, which, if I remember correctly, is a holdover from when the audiobook used to be on CD, and there was an indication to change CD. But they've kept it in even now that it's not on CD.
I think they might have a hard time editing it.
Either
In that
way,
regard.
it is irritating. But what I really wanted to talk about is how much do you think Bernard knew about, like, Tavi and everything?
More than we'd be led to suspect, less than substantially less than Isano knew. Like, he probably suspects something, but he might have figured out that, for example, Tavi is Isana's kid and not their sister's kid.
This is good. We're headed in the right direction.
Well, what got me thinking is that, like, early-ish into Furies of Calderon, Isana is talking with Bernard as if, you know, he does know.
The entrance to the
Like, everything, or just that, that she's Tavi's mom?
Well, I'm trying to remember exactly because I'm now on the third book.
They'll do it, yep.
Because it was something like, Well, it was around the time that, you know, Harvey and Amara had gone back to then Bernard Holt.
I think there's a passage back here.
And obviously they were, certainly Asana was suspicious of Amara being, you know, a cursor.
Understandable.
And Bernard didn't seem to be questioning why Asana would be worried that a cursor might be here for Tavi.
Interesting to ponder.
But at the same time, you then get to whatchamacallit, you know, book 3,
And
and
it looks like the passage leads down.
Bernard doesn't know who Fade actually is.
That is interesting.
Undead? Why are there undead things here?
I'm very curious about that.
Thousands have died in the deep.
I mean, it could just be, you know, there is a fair bit of early installment weirdness in Furies of Cauldron, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
So it could be that to a certain extent, but, you know, I think it's an interesting question anyway.
For sure, for sure. I do want to give the audiobooks a look at some points.
Looks dwarven. It might belong to one of the missing Kalsharok dwarves. Come on, let's try to find a way forward.
Yeah, like I said before, I do definitely like the audiobooks. Outside
We
of,
should
you
head
know,
this way.
the
Harding,
fucking
if you please.
horns blaring. I think that starts on the third book.
This rock. It feels.
Yeah.
I think there's someone in there.
Oh. That's probably not good. Also, that's
Yeah.
rather Red Lyrium-like.
But
Hi, how you doing?
We've got you.
You. It's you.
Yes, it's me, Harding.
To me, it's
You-
DDP.
No, it couldn't have been. Oh, my head. Can you tell us what happened? We were on patrol. Storgol thought he heard something.
so, as you know,
He said.
there was that Marvel
Return.
announcement stream yesterday.
Yeah, that went for 5 hours and
Whispers.
revealed people every 15 minutes, like, you know, people don't have, or people do just have 5 hours to spend waiting for fucking... What
I
was
mean,
it?
yesterday was one of my days off, so I just had it in the background, and whenever music started up, I was just like, okay, let's see who it's revealing. Okay, cool.
Children of the Stone.
I didn't do anything. I didn't work yesterday either, and I just
But I do not.
said no. I don't care that much. I'll wait, you know, wait until it's over for somebody to, you know, put them all together. I still haven't actually checked the full list, to be fair.
But it's not after you.
It's a long list. It's like 28 names, and apparently there's still more yet to be announced.
We should keep
I
going.
still, you
I
know,
sense someone else close by.
I still question the fact that they're gonna, you know, they've already got, what is it, 28
And thank you.
fairly
Harding.
big name, ranging from fairly big name to absolutely big name actors supposedly appearing in this
Stay
fucking
here.
movie,
You'll be safe.
with more to come.
Come on. I know there's more missing.
And it's just like, how long is this fucking movie gonna be to fit them all in to a, you know, decent degree?
I mean, given how long the last two Avengers movies were, I'm gonna gamble that it's about that long.
Even at 3 hours, I feel like they're gonna struggle.
I mean, it's a question of how they split the time, because some of them are going to be longer than are going to get more screen time than others,
Looks like old
and also like a lot of them are going to operate in like their own groups,
I'm not
as it were.
people tried to get at it.
But yeah.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Let's see. There's Chris Hemsworth, all the new Fantastic Four actors, so Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Evan Mossbachra, and Joseph Quinn. You got Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan coming back.
dragged off.
You got Letitia Wright and Winston Duke coming back from the Black Panther movies. You got Paul Rudd. His bit in the reveal stream was pretty funny because they give him a tiny little chair, which, you know, cute little joke.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of the people from Thunderbolts coming back. So Wyatt Russell, aka John Walker, Florence Pugh, aka Elena, David Harbour, aka Red Guardian, and Hannah John Kamen, aka Ghost, as well as I think it's Lewis Pullman, aka Bob. You got Tanaqueta Mejia, who plays Namor. Simu Liu.
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, you got a bunch of X-Men actors. So Kelsey Grammer, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romain. I don't remember how to pronounce her last name. James Marsden and Channing Tatum.
I'm glad Channing Tatum's getting, you know, another chance to play Gambit.
Yeah, it's great. Then you got Danny Ramirez coming back to play the new Falcon. And last but certainly not least, Tom Hiddleston.
Isn't he a
And of course,
tree?
yes, kind of, maybe. Watch Loki. But yeah, of course, you also got RDJ as Doom.
A Doom.
Yes, I'm willing to wager that he is not the main timeline Doom,
I really
because
hope
he's,
not.
you know... It'd be very odd if he was.
It'd be very frustrating if he was.
Yeah. No, more likely it's an alternate timeline Doom. Though I do think the Fantastic Four movie is set in an alternate timeline, an alternate reality, so he may be that reality's Doom. I don't know. Yes. I don't think he is the main timeline Doom, because that would raise far more questions than it answers.
Yeah.
There's also apparently it's also apparently been announced at other points that Jeremy Renner, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland, and Haley Atwell would all be coming back in some capacity as their respective characters. Plus Chris Evans in a quote-unquote undisclosed role. So they really are doing the everyone is here approach.
Well, yeah, because if fucking, it's all well and good these fucking, you know, regular, like, fucking hero movies, don't do as well as they'd like, but if an Avengers movie fucking, flops, then they are in serious trouble.
Yeah. No, Avengers is their flagship franchise. There has not been any Avengers movie that has grossed less than $1 billion. I think Age of Ultron is the lowest grossing one, and that's still like almost 1.5 billion. But let me take a look.
Stay here. You'll be safe.
Yeah, so Avengers 1, 1.5 billion, Age of Ultron 1.4, Infinity War 2 billion, almost flat, and Endgame almost 2.8 billion. So yeah, they're big money makers, and they want every single one to do well. So. And that's part of the reason that Doomsday was changed into, or Kang Dynasty was changed into Doomsday. Because of the whole Jonathan Majors fiasco. Yeah, honestly, I do wonder who else is going to be coming back from previous movies, because they already got a fucking stacked-ass cast as it is.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be a, fairly enjoyable movie in the sense of, oh, look at all these actors we get back, but whether it'll actually be coherent, I have no idea.
I imagine you'll have to watch a bunch of stuff to, be current on it. The question really is, like, what other things from the the Phase 4 and 5 slate have been are going to be coming back as well, because there's no characters coming back so far, at least from at least have been announced from Eternals, Marvels. Let's see who else. Oh, what other movies? Deadpool, Wolverine, actually, but that one's a pretty recent one. So, and no one from Guardians. So they might be saving some of the other characters for Secret Wars. And like a bunch of the actors who haven't been announced are being primarily backburnered for that. It's kind of similar to what they did in
Look, there's a way through.
Infinity War and Endgame, because like Infinity War focused more on like the broader MCU cast, whereas Endgame focused a lot more on the original 6 Avengers. So let's see. Of the scheduled films so far, we have one unreleased film left in Phase 5. That's Thunderbolts. I don't think the most recent Captain America movie did particularly well. I will have to check on that. It has it has more than broken even, but not by that much. 402 million against a 180 million budget is not spectacular for an MCU film. Not the worst, but yeah.
I mean, my question would be, how much of that is, just general MCU fatigue? How much of that is, racism? And how much of that is actually the movie just wasn't very good?
Come on.
I mean, out of all the movies for the MCU that are due to come out this year, it's the one that people have been the most ambivalent about, based off the trailers and stuff. Like, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four seem like they have a lot of promise. Whereas,
I'm still gonna question how much was related to racism.
Stay here.
I am not going to contest you on that because you almost certainly have a point there. There are supposed to be 4 films next year, 2 with unannounced titles, plus Doomsday in May and Spider-Man in July. And then Secret Wars comes May 2027. Yeah, Doomsday is currently filming. Most likely filming a wrap within about 3 or 4 months, depending. And at that point, post-production. Which usually takes the better part of a year for a big film like that. Yeah, I am glad they kept on with Secret Wars, because Secret Wars is a very interesting concept. I do wonder how much they're going to draw from the newer Secret Wars comic event compared to the older one.
So, Secret Wars. What is the concept of that?
So there's Secret War, which was like in 1985. Basically, like a bunch of heroes got stranded in space and had to basically fight through a tournament of sorts. I'll look up the actual like details on it, but Secret Wars is slightly different.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to tell you.
What was the actual? So there's the original Secret Wars. Basically, the cosmic entity known as the Beyonder is fascinated with Earth's superheroes, creates a battle world, stocks it with weapons and technology, and teleports a bunch of groups of heroes and supervillains to Battle World, and basically just like have them skirmish with one another for his own amusement. The Secret Wars comic was also where the black suit, the Venom symbiote, came from.
Yeah.
The 30 years later, we get another Secret Wars, and that one is more about the destruction of the Marvel Universe and various alternate universe, and each universe is respected for combining into another battle world. Planets divided into territories that are most self-contained, like pocket universes of sorts, where specific storylines or universe reside and evolve. So this one is also where, like, some characters like Miles Morales, who is originally from the Ultimate Universe, got transplanted into the mainline Prime Marvel Universe.
Alright.
So yeah, it's based on, like, the logical conclusion of, like, a multiverse storyline, just where all the multiverses get mashed together. Yeah, it's a good finale for a multiverse saga, I would think. As long as it's executed well, because it's a very difficult storyline to pull off well.
Do you have faith that the MCU's writers can pull it off well?
It depends on which writers they get to do it. Because MCU's writers are a bit of a mixed bag. As you are more than aware.
Loosen the lid for you.
On a more positive note for the MCU, I have caught up on Daredevil Born Again, which is really fucking good.
I think that's Stalguard.
How much prior stuff do you need to have watched?
I would say the 3 seasons of Netflix Daredevil, probably Defenders and Punisher as well.
Right.
The first season of Punisher, anyways.
You needed help.
Actually, you don't need to watch Punisher to enjoy Born Again. It's just, like, the first season of each Marvel Netflix show is a decent idea for like supplemental viewing. You do not need to watch those.
Right.
I woke in darkness.
Though Defenders will make a lot more sense if you watch the first seasons of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
So I think the watch order is seasons 1 and 2 of Daredevil,
It was not fun.
seasons
Yes,
1,
Never mind.
the first seasons of
Do you know
Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and then Defenders, then Daredevil season 3, then Born Again.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume.
Again, though, you don't really need to
Instead,
watch
need to rest.
anything besides Daredevil and Defenders to understand Born Again.
Farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
The Titan's heart. Are we in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
You seem far...
Harding Girl, you are
to
way
say
too
something
fucking calm about
face
this.
something that wants to eat
Also,
you.
yeah, we are
I'm terrified.
pretty much coming to the end of Harding's
Don't
quest
tell
line.
the others.
I heard nothing.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Feel like I remember to go back last time for some reason, but I don't remember why. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, Born Again is really good.
This isn't that.
There's a whole bit in, I think it's episode 4, where, you have a really good, argument between, Daredevil and Punisher. And the acting between Charlie Cox and John Bernthal is fucking phenomenal.
That's where I have to go.
Also, this is a very, very interesting setting.
Oh, that's a ribcage. And spine.
And
Nice.
a heart.
Yep.
Something tells me this is the boss arena.
What
know
gave you
what it
that
is.
impression,
I
Bill?
don't know what it is. Maybe it's the 4 health stations or the wide open space that I have to jump down into. I don't know.
Nah, it's probably nothing. What the fuck?
What?
That's a crystal
I don't
Harding.
understand.
Oh, well, that's new.
Okay, a second.
Don't you remember?
Oh, thanks, Harding.
They broke us.
I'm sure that's gonna help.
A million pieces. And this is all that's left.
Anger. And pain. My anger and my pain.
You cast me out.
Getting pretty close to the edge there, Harding.
I couldn't bear it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They built their world on the wreckage of us. Vengeance is all we have.
Run!
I'm not quite sure running is an option.
What's happening to her?
She'll bring the cavern down, or worse, we have to get to her.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure this is the last bit. So, you know, get prepared for a decision.
This whole place is coming down!
Yay.
We can still get through to her.
And that is a decision you will definitely be making.
Damn you.
Hey, I've made this decision already.
Harding! This has to stop. You'll kill us all.
Don't you understand what they did? The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we lie, broken and forgotten?
Because that's gonna kill us right now. And, you know, very much prefer not to die. Oh god. There's very little I can do about getting out of that one.
Loosen the lid for you.
God. Oh, come on, I was out of the way of that. Really help if I could have Harding's help here.
Oh yeah, you're only two,
Yeah, it's just me and Tosh.
I get that you brought Tosh then.
Well, at the very least, I do have a detonation with Tosh, so that's good. Hey!
Harding! You have to stop, or you'll kill us all!
I told you to run!
We don't leave people behind.
I remember all of it. Everything the Evanurs did to the Titans. And now the world will remember!
Remember who you are? Honor the Titan's anger.
Remember who you are.
So, contains the Titan's shade through her compassion, or by embracing her anger.
I'm much more of a compassionate type usually, so I'm going with that one.
You're late, Harding. You're more than this rage. You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold on to it. Hold on to who you are.
You took everything from us. And you thought you won. But we're still here. We're different.
It doesn't help that we're an elf. I've probably.
We will thrive. In spite
Mm-hmm.
of you.
So what are the knock-on consequences of that decision?
I guess we shall see.
Position heal thyself.
Anything else? I don't think there is, to be fair. I might as well just get up to full.
That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's get you home.
Let's go.
So it's not technically the end of Harding's quest line, but that's the
Stalguard and others
first,
are
last
returning
big
to
event, I
Kalsharok
believe.
To spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
Yep, absolutely. Anyway,
You're trying to figure out how to ask me how I am. Something breezy, but not too flippant.
Ugh, good words are so hard.
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them, would I? How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the Elven Gods. And after that, well, one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself. I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support, aren't ya?
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah, it was basically the anger Harding had at, you know, what the Evanurus did to the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And Harding's now a hero of the Veilguard.
Is she the first one we got that
Yep.
to that status?
Mm-hmm.
Kill. Well, she was our first companion, so it is only fitting.
Harding's affection for her companions makes her an inspiring teammate capable of lifting everyone's spirits in battle. And now has heroic armor. Harding held onto this armor, embroidering symbols into the red sash to represent fellow heroes of the Inquisition. So if we just... Ah.
I hear you're the one who got that fancy Luvian up and running.
Ah.
I did. Well, most of the way. Everyone helped out.
So tell me, how safe is it? Any reason to be worried?
Oh, you shouldn't worry at all.
So it's safe then?
No, just worrying won't help. Whatever happens would be instantaneous.
Uh-huh. That's reassuring.
So if I wasn't already sure, that is confirmation that these conversations we overhear in the lighthouse are basically like walking around dialogue.
Mm-hmm. You still have the bird helmet.
Of course I still got the fucking bird helmet. So yeah, I don't think I can zoom in, but yes. I'll try and show it off the next time we take Harding out. Not quite ready for the general armor yet, but do want to try and change it up a little bit. So it's not bad, to be fair. Because, yeah, once we hit the point of no return, this is what we're going to be wearing.
Nice.
But... yeah. I think not.
What do you mean you think not?
I mean, do you wanna wear this? Because I'll do it if you want to.
Nah. I mean, could probably rock it, but there are better looks.
Oh, and I have no doubt we would absolutely rock it to the end of the game. But, you know, I don't know. Just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it does. It's not Rook's vibe. I mean, it suits Isabella a lot more than it suits Rook.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's funny.
I think we're gonna give this particular one a miss.
Yeah, no, pass. That is just like hilarious boob armor.
I don't think it's even boob armor. I think that's meant to be pecs.
It's very exaggerated pecs. If
It's
so.
all exaggerated.
The musculature is also exaggerated, yes.
Likeness of a paragon known for his devotion to peace. He just had honking big tits, okay?
He did in fact have tickle bitties, yes.
Don't judge him.
I'm not judging him, I'm just stating facts.
That's interesting. I'm not necessarily sure.
Looks very
aura,
sci-fi.
But
Hmm.
one levers, which
Oh, there's a lot of ones we haven't unlocked yet.
yeah. I mean, the issue is, like, appearance stuff is generally the stuff I don't buy at shops. So
Why would you don't need to? It's kind of an unnecessary expense. It's about aesthetics. Now, all that being said,
was there anything that grabbed your eye?
no, I think you should just stick with what you've been doing.
I don't know. I want to wear something different.
That one is pretty good.
It's not bad. Those...
I meant the one you were on before that one. Not this one, the one before that. Yeah.
It's alright, it's just a bit busy, I think.
It is, but it's cool.
I'm okay with the orchestra as a long coat, to be honest.
It's not a bad look.
Do wish there was a little bit more colour variety on it, but hey.
That one's pretty good. I like the green one a bit more.
There's another Navara one, I feel like that was... Could also just go for this. I do quite like it, to be fair.
Hey, if it fits, it fits.
Yeah, I'll be honest. They've done better work with, like, outfit appearances. But I also feel like that was probably something that didn't, you know, hugely get attention in the grand scheme of things. I do also appreciate that they let you wear, like, the whatchamacallit,
About the Kunari stuff. That's my mother's crap.
But you know
like the
so much
casual
more
stuff
than you give
out
yourself
on
credit
missions.
for.
but never as much as her.
Ah,
Don't me. She's the expert.
of course she is. She has decades of experience. But a proper teacher never makes a student feel inadequate.
Maybe in Navarro.
Exactly. No, it's a teacher's job to elevate and educate, not to be a dick.
Rook, you're here.
Is something wrong?
Biago and Thedas sent word. They have information about Ilario. Whatever it is, they wish to speak away from Treviso, away from anyone who might be listening. They
Interesting.
won't put more to paper. I need to meet with them as soon as possible.
All right.
Okay. Where are we gonna meet then?
Somewhere fun.
Dogtown. Okay, so Davrin, Emmerich, Lucanus, Nev, and Tarsh.
Which one are you leaning towards?
So I'm fairly sure the Davrin and Emmerich ones for now would be quite relatively quick and wouldn't involve any combat.
All right, let's do those. So the other three, you imagine, will be a lot more combat heavy and a lot girthier.
Lucanus's might not be. Lucanus's I might not have even done as the point, because obviously in my original playthrough, I saved Minrathous instead of Treviso. I know whichever one you don't save,
No.
like the companion.
No, so Nev's doesn't get locked off, as we can plainly see. Lucanus's does, if I remember correctly.
Well, no. Lucanus's romance gets locked off. What happens, I believe, I can't remember this 100%, but I'm fairly sure this is the case. Whoever city you don't save, their questline gets shortened. Partially as a result of the fact that they, for a chunk after, after the mission where you save a city, they aren't around. So I don't remember if this is one of the quests that got taken out or not. Because I know what I do know is if you do save Minrathous instead of Treviso, there is stuff with Spite that gets cut out.
So how about we do one of Davrin and Emmerich, and then we do Lucanus?
Okay. Let's do Emmerich's, because I want to do this when we go to the Hosberg wetlands as well. Let's just that. Wow, that is the ultimate glass cannon.
Good God.
that is ultimate glass cannon material.
Well, the simple rule is just don't fuck up.
Part of me wants to try it. Because it sounds funny.
I mean, go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
Soothing potions cooldown duration is reduced by 15%. Harden's detonation damage is increased by 25%. You and your other companion gain bonus 20% damage and 15% cooldown reduction. That's pretty good. I feel like we've been using that more than we've been using this one, to be honest. So I'm going to do that just to... boosted a little bit more, and I always do this. I always open up the menu going, yeah, I've got to travel now. Oh, wait, there's some stuff I need to do first. And then I do the stuff, and it's like, what was I doing? It's fine, I'll just exit off it. Oh, wait, I was going somewhere, right.
You gotta get those allied strengths up nice and thick, I imagine, as well. Those tie in with your companions.
We can work on that. If push comes to shove, there's an element of just whatchamacallit. I can just sell stuff. I can just like go around, gather some shit, and sell it, and boost it that way. At the end of the day, there is going to come a point where, before the end game, where I go around, like fucking finding every chest and all that sort of stuff. So.
Now, Mel, having read, huge sidebar / tangent. What would you say is the carnivore meat that is the most tasty?
Oh. What? Sorry, that's sort of like.
I know it's very left field. That's why I asked
a little bit.
Yeah, again, I asked it because I know it's very left field, and I think that's funny. I would wager it's probably either alligator or bear meat. Given that bears are, technically omnivores.
Yeah.
I've heard that gator meat tastes like chicken. Except a bit gamier.
At least in terms of, whatchamacallit, bear meat. From what I remember of,
Food Wars, yes.
Food Wars, it's something that needs, careful preparation to do well.
Yes. But it is fattier than most carnivore meats, which helps a lot with preparation. So you could probably, stick it in a stew and it'd probably turn out pretty nicely.
Yeah.
We haven't
done that yet.
Yeah. On a note related to bears, I do find it funny that,
is this
it
actual
is kind
bears
of the case,
or gay bears?
Actual bears. The type of animal. But yes, with regard to
question.
I know. With regard to the animal, it is interesting. You can tell how screwed you are by the variety of bear that you are discussing. If you see a black bear, you can probably scare it off reasonably well, because black bears are pretty docile compared to a lot of their kin. Brown bear, don't fuck with it, but if you see one, you might have to play dead in order to survive. If you see a polar bear, you are fucked. Those are subsistence predators. That, yeah. If you see one, it will immediately, track you down and eat you.
No, I am aware that polar bears are nothing to fuck with. Is that everything?
Yes, right now I am currently agonizing over my awards choices for this winter season. So I'm trying to think of a topic to discuss that doesn't bring it up. But at the same time, I can't not.
Shit.
What categories are giving you the most trouble right now? Or are you still not even contemplating the awards yet?
I haven't really thought about them. I've got an easy front runner for ED.
As do I.
That did it. The bones are back where they should be.
What's your front runner?
Skate.
Is it a Meku?
No, it's Skate.
Oh. Yeah.
It had a Dragon Quest themed ED.
Damn it. That is good. Yeah, my winner choice for ED is pretty locked in. My runner-up choice is a lot more difficult. There, usually every season there's like one or two really good EDs, and everything else is just like a matter of taste based on the song and or the visuals. And I'm really having a hard time figuring out the runner-up. Most of the character awards are also proving to be a bit difficult.
Everything's calm. Looks like the candles worked.
Best antagonist was pretty easy because I got to my top 2 slots without much difficulty. But like everything else is a bit trickier. Like I have at least one nominee in most of the categories, but it's finding that other nominee in those categories that's tricky in those cases.
Yeah.
Best Fight was also pretty stacked for me.
It's been a good season for fights, yeah.
Like, the only thing that's preventing me from putting anything from soul leveling is how shallow that series is compared to the other ones. Of course, that one's a shoo-in for one of the top 2 slots in terms of best animation. What really makes the season tricky is that there's so many good choices for sequels, honestly.
Yeah, it's an incredibly sequel-heavy season, as we've mentioned before, which is something of a pain.
Yes. Speaking of sequels, it is very interesting to see what series are getting confirmed for sequel/continuations.
I did see Blue Box had gotten Season 2 announced, which is good.
Did I miss something?
Probably the least surprising one outside of stuff we already knew had a sequel coming down the pipeline.
I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names.
So far we got Blue Box, Sakamoto Days, Dr. Stone, what else?
Emric, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Those ones are the big ones. And then we actually get stuff like fucking Medaka Kuroiwa and Anyway I'm Falling in Love with You, which like, why are those 2 getting sequels?
There's something I'd like to talk about.
Oh, ReZero. ReZero, obvious. Is unsurprising.
That's old Tavine for corpse, isn't it?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness.
The D&D style lich. Fun stuff.
For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Dope. How'd it go for him?
Well, not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis. Bulwarks.
What's up, my Liches?
Threaten creation.
Sorry, had to.
No, it's fine.
Rituals, they granted me my desire. The right to to attempt lichdom.
Ooh.
Well, that's great for a necromancer, right?
It is a singular opportunity.
Good.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watch.
I'm sensing a butt in
as well
there
as a
somewhere.
chance to be of service past my allotted years.
There does seem like there's a butt coming.
But
There we go.
are considerations.
Also phrasing.
Come, we have flowers to gather.
Where's the
for
damn
day.
button?
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
So what shows have you finished so far in your catch-up?
Aren't most undead
I
just
haven't
rambling
finished anything yet.
spirits inside corpses?
Fair enough.
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit.
Well, not everything is
in my
completed,
name.
in fairness.
My true consciousness would be housed in my departed.
Though most shows have
How?
either wrapped up or will be wrapping up this week.
Some secrets.
I think there's only like a handful that won't be. Some due to delays, like with My Happy Marriage, for example. Let's see.
I know
Apothecary
there's-
Diaries is carrying over.
Apothecary Diaries is carrying over.
Famed in verse and song.
I think it was My Happy Marriage
Smells like
whose last
perfume.
episode is going to be
Do liches have a sense of smell?
After the
I'm
wrap
told
up,
that
yeah.
while
After the
some of
wrap
my
up, yeah.
senses will dull, others will become available.
That's unfortunate, but it is what it
Other than
is.
that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their
But yeah, Sakamoto Days, Dr. Stone,
There are
Honey Lemon
dark
Soda,
forces of creation
Zenshu.
threats to both our world and the Fade. The liches of the necropolis have the insight and the abilities.
Those
to
have all
use
wrapped
them.
up.
And you're joining them.
Oh yeah,
when?
Flower and Ashura is also
Certain
wrapped up.
elements have held me back.
And a few things that are carried over from last season, like ReZero, Blue Box, Orb, Daima, all have wrapped up. And most everything else is wrapping up this weekend, at the latest.
Daima and Guild Receptionist at the very least, I'm not, you know,
There's no ready instructions
going to
for
push
Yeah, 'cause-
myself
Steps must
too
be
hard
discovered on one's
to
own over
catch
years
up.
to
Like
be
if
fully
I've
understood.
got episodes left
Does
for
the
them,
spell
then
to
that's
become a lich
that's fine
free,
because
or
of
do
the
you
fact
have
that I'm
to-
behind.
No,
Yeah,
mercifully.
you're also on the dub on
Another watch
both of
hand.
those, right?
That's
After
why
my
I'm
death,
behind.
My soul will be drawn back into
Mhm.
my body instead of moving on to whatever lies
Well,
beyond.
let's see. Of everything else, I know you, if you have time, you're going to try to catch up on, Zenshu and Okitsura, if I remember right. But that's assuming you finish everything else.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
Assuming. You know, making an ass out of you and me, and all that.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the
Ooh,
rise.
gamble.
What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
What do you think?
Fear of dying makes sense.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire? Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
Yeah, sucks to be her.
She's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
Little chest there.
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Oh god, if only.
But how she's a beauty.
God, I am never going to finish my whole book list.
Intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
On the subject of books, I think I did mention that I'd read Legends and Lattes on Tuesday night.
It's a good book.
It is.
It's not like super deep or anything, but it's a nice, cozy read.
It's a very nice, cozy read. I think it could have stood with being a bit longer, but
oh, so these flowers.
It's a nice, cozy fantasy series.
If you could place them on the graves, please.
Which honestly, I think we need more of.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkaren, they walk eternally hand in hand.
Like I said, I definitely still enjoyed it, but by the time I felt like I was really like getting into the characters, the book ended.
Aw. I mean, there is a prequel book.
Well,
yeah.
Don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure.
But because it's a prequel, we won't get, you know, Tandri or Thimble or Cal.
Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom?
What would they have wanted me to be?
I feel like that's just a little bit insensitive.
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition. Or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
We can't have that.
He'd be impossible. I agree.
But yeah, it's very much one of those things of just as I'm getting into a book, it ends and there isn't sort of anything after that. It's happened with fanfiction before. Oh, how it has happened with fanfiction.
I'd heard of archdemons before, but never one like that.
Honestly, with everything I've
It
heard
was
about
a hell of
her,
an archdemon, yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't worse. In the legends about her, she's nice. She created the Hala. She guides us to our destination. But if you read between the lines, it's, well, creepy.
Oh, good.
Sounds like the elves needed to improve their media literacy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hassan.
No, no.
Yep, this is what I thought it was.
Had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around, devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the size of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
Yeah, they are both completely sloshed.
Hilarious.
If the two of you were going to open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solus, then?
They don't tell it the way you would.
I mean, it ended with the Elven God of Lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
You joining us then?
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Wow, we really had to
just for a
twist
minute.
your arm there,
Rook's
Lucanus.
story first.
Mm-hmm.
Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
Well, I'm glad they're getting along. Let me just check, see if... I don't think there's actually any new quests about, but it's worth checking. To celebrate their new, friendship, we'll bring Davrin.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I do feel like I don't remember this one. Minrathus is as bad as it ever is.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Lucanus, about what happened at Weishaupt.
Was an embarrassment to the crows.
Not what I meant. We were both thrown off our
Right.
game. I shouldn't even be alive.
Neither should Gillanane.
Point is, you bounced back. We're not the sort who lose sight of our quarry because things got a little rough. We get near her again. You'll strike true. I'm sure of it.
I'm glad they're getting along now. It was pretty awkward for a bit.
Salvage scrap metal, exchange it for gold, exchange that for offcuts from the butcher. The cats love me.
Sounds like a perfect plan.
Hey there.
The cat cafe is open.
Hi, cat.
thought the cat cafe didn't get opened if you saved Treviso, but hey, guess I was wrong. Didn't even have to pet that one, just purring. We can come back.
Alright, I'm back.
Ah.
We didn't go near Treviso.
My favorite area in the entire game has been opened.
Uh-huh.
It's the Minrathous Cat Cafe.
Aww.
I didn't think we'd get to see it, seeing as we saved Treviso, but luckily, doesn't seem to have been the case.
Hmm.
Thank God for fools who hide gold in their pottery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely not a mission I've done before, I think. So this is new to me as well.
Dope.
Found something?
I believe, anyway.
About Ilario?
Possibly. What do you mean, possibly? You have something or you don't?
It's Katerina.
We don't know that for certain.
Tell me.
I've got my eyes on Villa della Morte. One of them brought back one of Caterina's rings.
It had been thrown out with the trash. Ilario would never do that. He'd at least pawn it somewhere.
You think Katerina threw the ring away as a message that she's inside the house?
Her opal ring. Lucanis, you know what that means.
She gave that ring to my mother. It was the mark of her favor. House Veilguard killed my parents and sent it back to Katerina to demand she surrender the seat of First Talon. She's alive. Ilario, you idiot.
We need more eyes in the villa to say for certain.
Ilario would tear the city apart searching if he'd lost this. How could she be alive? What is he thinking? How am I supposed to deal with this?
We need to plan a rescue. The sooner we get Katerina out of there, the better.
It could be a trap. We have to deal with Ilario first.
He could still kill her if we move against him. Maker knows what's in his head.
I'm gonna guess not much of it is brains.
Reason with him, Lucanis.
I thought I had a clear shot at my target. What if I go after him and get Katerina killed? Help us.
Oh.
Okay then.
I honestly didn't expect those words from Spite.
How? What do you need?
He'll listen. He always listens to you. Come.
What did you do?
Is
this the Fade? It seems...
Yeah, I do not remember this.
It isn't like those fragments of Solus's past in the crossroads either.
Fresh new territory for both of us then.
Yep.
Behind locked doors. I can't break through.
All right. Let's go get him.
Couldn't you simply die already? This experiment has gone on for far too long.
I know this place. It's the ossuary. The prison we freed
Oh, yeah.
Lucanis from.
Free?
Huh.
No. We've always been here.
Right. It's not the real ossuary, but it doesn't seem like a memory either. Lucanis is in here somewhere, right? He's... what, where they kept his blood?
Yes. Go there. But the locks everywhere. I can't touch them.
How do I get past the locks? Turn myself into a mouse? Fight a bunch of giant spiders?
By getting past the guards. It's a prison.
You catch those
What was I
references?
thinking?
No.
There were references to previous Fade segments in games.
Oh god.
Are you hiding?
Turn yourself into a mouse. The Fade segment from Origins. Fight giant spiders. I'm fairly sure the Fade segment from whatchamacallit, Inquisition.
Rook can't be here.
Yeah.
Me? Why not?
You open doors. You don't close them. How long are you going to keep doing this?
Magister Zara was far more benevolent than you deserved, Crow.
Oh, hi Katarina. How you doing?
Rock, did you forget our deal? You were to bring my grandson back to me.
I did?
You brought me an abomination. Where is my grandson?
Tenderness and terror, rage and relief. Old stale fear of disappointment.
This is the Fade, so this Katarina is a spirit? Something like that?
No, Lucanus is mine. They won't dare. Thoughts live here. Ideas, feelings.
She's his idea of Katarina then. Katarina, Lucanus is trapped, but I think you're part of his way out. Lucanus thinks he disappointed you. With that chaining him, he can never be free.
Is that what you want? To release a demon?
Lucanus is the one who's trapped by the idea he failed you. But you know he's not.
I've heard of worse ideas.
My poor boy.
Promoted from flying vermin to malicious spirit. Whatever will you become next, I wonder?
From this crucible, a new Tevinter shall be cast.
Okay. Oh. Hi, Harding. What you doing?
Don't worry, Rook. I've got my eye on the prisoner.
You've conjured up a friendly face, Lucanus. But your real friends and allies need you in the real world.
Maybe you could
Rook, are
just
you sure
turn your
Spite
back
isn't
just a
tricking
little
you?
bit.
What if there's no Lucanus, just the demon?
After a year in the ossuary, you might believe that. But you're no demon.
Look around. This isn't the mind of a human being, let alone an Antivan Crow.
Look, everyone has unwelcome thoughts, fears, doubts, but they aren't us. You chose to challenge a god, Lucanus, to save the world. Your choices, your actions, that's who you are.
You know that's the kind of attitude that's gonna get you killed, right?
Probably.
I'll risk it. I have a master assassin on my side, don't I?
Just be careful.
And hey, we already have a necromancer. If we die, we just get him to bring us back. Simple.
Mm-hmm. Cousin stuff. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you bad.
I was supposed to have a useful demon, and instead I have a useless abomination. Wonderful!
Hi, Nev. How you doing?
Hey, Rook. Should you be here? Can't say it's the safest place in the world.
Yeah.
Stomach-churning excitement. Dread with a hint of hope. A long way to fall.
Somehow I thought Lucanus would think of Nev as being more... Tevinter?
Tevinter? People come in three kinds. Family, enemies, contracts.
I hope that's just Spite talking.
Nev, you need to let us pass. You know how he is, Rook. Even if you open the door, Lucanus won't walk through it. This is where he wants to be.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We'll drag him through kicking and screaming if we have to.
Well, I'm not leaving until Lucanus is all right, so we might be here a while. You really think you can help him? You're such a sap, Rook. I think it's time you stood aside and let me try.
That's us. We're the sap, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Envy is the rarest of all demons, most challenging to cultivate. The conditions must be perfect.
Katarina was first stunned. This is cruel.
And here's Ilario.
We can handle it. Rook, you're too good to be wasting your time in a place like this.
Don't really care what you have to say.
Forget about my cousin. You've got much more important things to worry about, don't you? You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Sharp, jagged edges, hurt with every breath. Grief and relief, hope and anger mixed.
Lucanus, you don't owe Ilario a second thought, much less a supporting role.
He put us here.
You've got to leave this be, Rook. You turn my cousin loose, it's only going to cause more grief.
I think Ilario will be feeling that grief. Right, Lucanus?
You know that Katarina had 5 children? 8 grandchildren. All dead now, except for Lucanus and me.
Wow.
Last time the Crows fought a war of succession, House de la Morte lost everything. Except the seat of First Stalin.
How many of those deaths fall at Zevran's feet?
What will be left then? You think you'll survive?
A lot, probably.
Your friends? Your cause?
You know him, Lucanus. Even here, Ilario just wants to save his own neck.
Would that be enough? Would anything? Do you really think he made a deal with a demon? He's not even a mage. Or do you think maybe he just found the one there already? He'll carry this prison with him forever. And he'll fill it with corpses given time.
We need out.
Imagine what you could do without hearing his defeatist words in your head, Lucanus. It's time you evicted him.
You have no idea what the consequences will be.
Nope,
Whatever
but we'll
they
deal
are,
with them.
Lucanus, I'll be there to help you.
Or at least some of those consequences are going to be, you know, kicking your ass.
I can't believe it. You're home.
Hi, Lucanus.
What are you doing here, Rook?
Having a fun trip through your psyche.
Breaking you out of prison. Again.
Not this time, I think.
You see? He breaks our agreement. His mind is still here. He wants to stay here, so he keeps me here.
Mierda! Why would I want to stay? Even in my head, this place is a nightmare.
Right, but it's a nightmare you already defeated. I get it now. As bad as the ossuary was for you, it was better than the alternative.
What alternative?
The ossuary, Zara. You could solve those problems with a blade. But healing again? Living as an abomination? There's no simple answer there. And if you fail, you could hurt the ones you love.
No.
Wow, we're pretty perceptive.
This is not.
Damn it, Rook. Make him leave.
Yelling at someone who's trying to fix themselves doesn't help, Spite. And since you're stuck with him, You're only hurting yourself.
Rook, you're right. There has to be a way through this. It's just so much. I cannot see how to begin.
Start small, you and Spike. Figure out a goal you can both agree on, then make it happen.
A contract?
Contracts are for clients. Call this an alliance. But on what terms?
What do you think?
Save Katarina.
Didn't you just learn your grandmother was alive? What are you waiting for? Go rescue her.
That's true.
Fighting crows?
And anyone else that gets in our way. Do we have a deal? We free Katarina together.
Together, we will fight!
Okay, that was a pretty fucking interesting mission. Also, how long have we just been, you know, stood staring off into space?
Fair bit of time, I imagine.
I blank out when I'm strategizing. Lucanus is used to waiting for me. How long were we standing here?
Just long enough for it to get awkward. You're sure you're all right?
We're fine, Thea. Don't waste your worry.
Just about. Lucanus still needs a shit ton of therapy.
If he starts anything, I want to know about it.
I do mean a shit ton.
You're planning something.
I'm getting Katarina back. But Viago is right. We need more information before we move. Ilario panicked when I came back alive. If he panics again, he could actually kill her this time. We'll only get one chance at this.
Okay, we probably have time for one more. Well,
Yeah, probably.
Depending on which one it is. Which one do you want to do?
That's a good question.
We'll probably have time to do both Davrin's and the other Hosberg quest we've got.
Let's do Davrin's then.
Go back to the lighthouse, see if there's anything new. Funnily enough, there's a conversation with Lucanus to have. And never Balara together, that's fine.
That thing you said about Gillenane, it jogged a memory. A warden claimed he found his way under a mountain, saw a pool that merged creatures into new, terrible forms.
Right, that matches some of the legends. They say she healed people in those pools.
That warden, his story, it could have been demons or just nightmares of a bad time, but now I wonder.
Well, we haven't found one yet, so let's hope we never do.
I don't particularly feel like finding that pool. Sounds
Yeah,
like
let's not.
It sounds like it'd be a bad time.
Oh, great. Is it your turn to cook? What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, 2 of them. One without seafood for Emmerich. And a gooseberry pie for dessert. Nev's favorite.
You made dessert just for Nev?
There's enough for everyone.
Yes, but you still made it just for her.
You think it's a bad idea?
Everyone likes pie.
That's what I thought too. You think it's too much?
Don't they say the
Endless
way to someone's heart is through the
pie.
stomach?
Endless pie.
The best way to the heart is between the fourth and fifth ribs. Don't listen to Biago.
That was definitely not what we were just talking about, Lucanus.
I'm not good at this. Hilario's always been the charming one. I just had to be good with a knife.
You can be both.
Well, now you've got to be good with a different type of knife.
Rook, thank you for giving me this contract.
Yeah. Oh, to Hosberg we go. Devrin and who we get to bring with us? Nah, fuck it. I think we need Tasha's rank up anyway, so be no bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. This is Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
Oh boy.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valia. When I heard about Wise Helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
Pretty good decision.
It wasn't that.
Mhm.
It's... I'm the one who found the griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the wardens who were caring for the griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the griffins during the fourth blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the first warden at the time. She had no choice.
Every
This was
first
centuries ago.
warden is an asshole. Every single one.
Why would
Even
you do
us?
that?
In her diary,
We were.
Isaiah said the blight was
The hero of
unbearable.
Ferelden never
The
became
wardens
the
couldn't
first
win.
warden.
They turned to
Mm.
blood magic. The griffins fought harder. Longer.
Probably should have been,
I see where this is going.
considering.
Isaiah
Unless,
didn't want to do
you know,
but all
given how
these
sometimes the
wardens
hero of Ferelden
won
can
the
be
war.
But then...
directed to do some really shitty things.
They turned against the wardens.
So then the first warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every first warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's
Boy,
probably
oh
in the
boy.
deep roads. Blighted.
This would in fact be the plot of the book Last Flight.
I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the blame for his weird appetite.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be.
Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler is Saya. Can't hide forever.
You miss Warden Janos.
He told good stories.
He did.
You fight dragons?
Yeah.
More than Davrin?
Yeah.
Don't listen to them.
Back again.
Is there anything? Not particularly, because that's all heavy armor. This might be good though. Need that. So yeah, I mean, I could get this stuff, but feels like a waste of money to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
All set?
But yeah, so the Gloomhowler is a well, I think it's safe to say former warden at this point called Asaya, whose brother was the hero of the Fourth Blight.
Hero of the Fourth Blight in that he made the sacrifice.
Yes.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
I won't let these people get crushed. If Lavendel needs help, they've got a shadow dragon on their side.
What is it you say to each other? Bring the light? We could use some.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
Everyone here needs a break.
The wardens aren't big on vacations.
But wouldn't it be nice?
So what now?
Maybe there'd be less asshole first wardens if there were.
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on. Let's check on the warden sentries.
Evka and Antoine need us.
Let's go talk to this one first.
So, the other day I, went and watched, The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Hey,
How was it?
How are things here?
It was very funny.
This plan is good.
Good.
Whatever happens, we won't lose.
Definitely recommend watching in theaters while it's still available there, if you can, but if not, understandable.
I mean, hey, I wish, you know, Warner Brothers weren't being such assholes about it.
Yes, fuck David Zaslav indeed. Real piece of shit, that one.
You'd think they'd want to, you know, draw attention to one of their, like,
flagship properties, yeah.
Yeah, flagship properties, longest running franchises, whatever you want to call Looney Tunes. But apparently not.
No, because they're all thinking short-term profit rather than, you know, actual long-term sustainability of their company. Because they want to... I get the sense that it's very much a cut-and-run type thing at this point. Just get as much as they can out of it and then bounce.
I've got food if you're looking. Not much to forage out there.
Or they're just being a bunch of dickheads for greed and shit. Which wouldn't put past them.
Probably not helped by the fact that they are just incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
Good
We
attitude
took
to have.
those dragons. We'll take this too.
Please, take a look.
Anything valuable? Valuable. Again, the valuable items are useful just in the sense of, you know, you can sell them for, well, you can at least get your money back, but also get, you know, bonuses with the, whatchamacallit,
Just ask.
fucking factions.
Hmm.
Well, it's a lot of money we just spent, but it's fine.
Got what you need?
I believe so, yeah. Oh hey, that guy's dual wielding. Good for him.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
You look older than most of the Grey Wardens I've seen.
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready.
Very much.
We'll hold Lavendel.
We should get back to Evka.
Oh, they're there. And they are ready for a fight.
Evka, the sentries are ready.
Even Antoine with his Onsior Legion bow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
Sounds like it came from the glade.
Let's move. Can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel is the only place with life left.
This Shadow Dragon made a promise. We keep people safe. We're not at the hook yet.
Coming at range.
No problem.
Well, you definitely picked a good team threat.
Mm-hmm.
With all the fire. You bitch.
We'll fight all of you.
Ready again.
Oh god, it's one of these. Okay.
But there's more fight left out there.
All right. You ready for the next call? We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there, or head to the farmlands.
Cave or farmlands, what do you think?
Cave.
Fair guess.
Rook, we've got things covered here. Grab supplies if you need them. We've got backup.
Thanks.
Let's push them back.
Wow, that is a lot of health. I don't even actually really need.
Another horn. They're hitting the gate.
Come on.
Guess we guessed wrong.
Indeed.
That sure is a lot of Darkspawn. Yeah, I want to take these out first because I fucking despise them. They're a pain in my ass.
Understandable.
More on the way. Right.
Of course there are.
Flynn in their village.
Why wouldn't there be?
I'm ready, Rook.
That is a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Unlucky for them, they came up in a real big group that we could deal with. Damn. Big hit.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
I want us chanting. That doesn't sound good.
Antoine. What is it?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Stranger than normal?
Something to look into.
Well, you know what they say. Well, there's something strange in your neighborhood.
But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
I guess the Grey Wardens are used to taking wins where they can get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the understanding really doesn't seem good. I don't think Antoine should be listening to it.
Here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
Great.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
I'd suggest we celebrate, but Antoine heard something strange in the Blight, and,
It's not music you want to dance to.
The Blight
Doesn't
sound
seem
wasn't
like
just
it.
strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know... pleased?
what does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
All right. So what now?
What? Yes. Good question. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
I would advise not doing that.
But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe.
Hooray! More Blight badness.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine, what's on your mind?
And hey, we're level 44.
No patch on it.
Just having a look for something that might, increase our mana capacity anymore. One regeneration. Mastery, frost shield. Down damage, health. Assistances. Because on as a rogue, you can get up to whatchamacallit, 200. Well, they call it momentum, but 200. Energy, I guess. I'm just curious if you can do the same with the mage. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything. If you keep going with that, or we keep going this way and we get to there. That's a staff thing, so it's not too hugely useful. Work damage, barrier. It's not bad, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that. Right, and I have one last thing I just want to get done while we're here.
Alright, well, while you're doing that, I'll ramble on a little bit longer than. So, it's come to my attention recently that I don't really watch much live action stuff anymore. Like, this is the first time in a while I think I'm watching 2 live action shows contemporaneously. I don't remember the last time I was doing that. Though to be fair, the Netflix binge model doesn't help with watching stuff contemporaneously with one another.
Trying to think, it might be like fucking Game of Thrones and Brooklyn Nine-Nine for me, to be honest.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Right, that's all I really wanted to do, so we can... There's something we need to do in this particular area, but we can do it another day. It's a bit of a pain in the ass anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go see if there's anything new for people. Oh. Davrin's all ready to go. His quest is already there. So, I believe we'll probably be able to finish Davrin's quest line next time as well. I believe.
Your necromancer friend, Hezenkos. She's a lich?
In some respects, her attempt to achieve lichdom was only partially successful.
So there are different kinds? Which kind are you? A good lich or a bad lich?
I'm not a lich.
Oh, okay. But Hezenkos is bad? We're okay to kill her? Or re-kill her?
Yes, if we must.
Okay. Sorry we have to re-kill your friend.
Tosh, thank you.
I do love Tosh. Right, where else was I need to go? Ah, it's all up here.
So the legends about Gillenane, creating the Hala, healing pools, they were true, but twisted. Wonder if that's true with Elgar'nan too. I really hope not.
Why is that?
Well, they say he can move the sun and the moon.
Yeah, that
which
does
seems
seem bad.
for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, powerful people claim a lot of tricks they can't pull. Here's hoping he's one of them.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I really hope Nev's right as well. Feel like it's a really bad thing if Elgar'nan can move, you know, the sun and the moon.
Yeah, being able to move celestial bodies, not something we want our enemies to have.
Yeah.
Does all coffee smell like this? Or just the stuff you make?
Coffee has a distinct aroma, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry. It was really rare where I grew up. And expensive.
Is it really a good idea having another coffee addict around here?
It's not really addictive, is it?
Tell us, Lucanus. Is it really addictive?
You know I have my reasons for drinking it. So, Harding, what do you think?
It's... delicious.
Really selling it, Harding.
Hey, I've known some liars, and I am definitely not it. And this stuff, it's good. It's warm.
I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
You really wouldn't.
I know, but sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Sounds really healthy when you put it that way.
You must have been pretty tiny as a child.
Where'd that come from?
A tiny dwarven girl in a land of large human farmers.
Oh, yeah. I probably learned pretty quick that things worked out better if people liked me. If they agreed with me, or I agreed with them.
Some people like cream or sugar in their coffee.
Maybe coffee just isn't my thing.
That's fair. It's very much not my thing either.
Same.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take us on to the woods in Arlington soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
Okay, so that's where we're gonna end for today. So, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Though maybe not this Saturday. We still need to talk about that. Otherwise, please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like, subscribe, comment down below. Please press that bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you sometime over the weekend. Good night.
Later.